People always ask me, Will, what do I do if I'm stopped for a drunk driving offense? Well, number one, you don't have to give the police any information. You have the right to remain silent. If they ask you what your drinking pattern is, remain silent. Just tell them, I don't want to comment on that. You have that right. Now, if they ask you for license, registration, and insurance, you do have to give that to them, and I would. Field sobriety test. These are the tests where they ask you to stand on one foot or take a certain number of steps. You don't have to take that test, and I would not. Just tell them, I respectfully decline to take that test. You have the right to do that. Breath test. Now this is tricky. There's one breath test that you can refuse without any consequence. The other breath test, if you refuse to take it, you can lose your license for up to a year in California. How do you distinguish between the two? Ask the cop. What happens if I refuse to take this test? If he says your license will be suspended for a year, you should probably take it. The only exception to that would be if there is an accident where somebody was injured or killed. Then you probably should not take the test. If, however, it was just your standard DUI where you were pulled over, I would go ahead and take the breath test or the blood test, simply because you don't want to have that 1-year license suspension. Finally, should you take a blood or a breath test? I get this question a lot. I would generally take the blood test. Here's why. Once you give a breath sample, it's gone forever. With a blood test, the blood is retained, and you can retest it to see whether or not the result is accurate. The other thing is that it will take them a while to get someone there to draw the blood. During that time period, your blood alcohol level may decrease, which could be in your favor. If you still have questions about drunk driving offenses, don't hesitate to call me. My consultations are free. My number is 714-547-4636. I'm Will Bruzzo.